most men decline by their late 20s. Okay, a lot of men decline by their late 20s, and this isn't a video just sort of rambling on about how men decline in their late 20s, right? Because let's be real, a lot do. The majority, I would say, do. Okay, now this is, like I said, not some kind of rant or anything. It's just saying, just look, be careful, because if you decline by your late 20s, player, that's your fault. That is completely 100%, unless, disclaimer, something unfortunate, Allah forbid, right? Law forbid, something unfortunate happens, but those are small, rare cases. But other than that, if you could help it, you know, and you decline by your late 20s, that's your fault. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna get into it. First of all, this is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that, humbly. All right? Many men, they start falling off by the time they hit 30. See, the problem with this society is we have all these memes, we have all these little societal reoccurring trends saying when you hit 30, you know, you're old and shit. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm 32, okay? And I'm by no means any kind of superior, and I'm just the average ass dude. I'm just the average Arab, right? I'm just a regular guy with a damn YouTube. But I was seeing myself starting to F up in my mid to late 20s. And then I quickly snapped out. I'm like, hell nah, this ain't it. Okay, this ain't it. Got on my stuff, got on my fitness for real. You know, I slowed down on that party life, because trust and believe, fellas, that party life is going to age you by a lot. Okay, and we see all these societal things telling men when you're 30, you're supposed to be this just old guy. You know what I'm talking about? When you're 30, you're supposed to be just this old guy wearing flip sandals outside and with your stomach poking out like you 11 months pregnant, if that's even possible, right? Y'all remember how Gucci Mane had that big pregnant belly? Y'all remember that, the old Gucci, the real Gucci, not the clone Gucci. I'm fucking with y'all. I'm going off topic. But y'all remember that big old beer belly, right? That's what you see most guys. That's what the common trend is. Like, that's it. You're supposed to have 5 kids. You're supposed to be boring as hell. You're supposed to have no personality. You're supposed to have no flavor, right? I be talking to some guys, man, and they're like, yeah, I used to do that in my 20s, right? As in, like, they used to do things that were fun in their 20s. Of course, we grow older, and we're not going to do, you know, we're not going to be the same people we were at age 21. Like, I'm a completely different person. At 21, I was reckless, okay? So, of course not. But just not enjoying life, period, right? Just going to your crib and getting nagged on by your old lady, and you just look like utter complete shit. Like, this is what people think being 30 is about. Right? They think being 30 is just it. That's it. You belong in the crib with a big ass beer belly. You're not supposed to be attractive, right? They like, it's this common trend where they think when you're past 30, you're not supposed to be just the best version of yourself. Now, if you let it get to that point, see, we grow up, bruh. Of course we're gonna grow up. We're not gonna be our youthful selves. Of course we're gonna get a little bit of wrinkles, a line here and there. You feel me? We're gonna grow up, but that is completely far from just letting yourself just go. You know what I'm talking about? Just letting yourself just, hey, I'm a party and do all this reckless, do hard drugs and do reckless alcohol and shit like that in my early 20s. And then when I'm 30, I'ma just settle down. Bro, 30 years old, that is, your 20s, you're still a kid. I don't give a shit what anybody says, right? Your 20s, you are still a child. So when you turn 30, that's barely hitting your adulthood. It kills me when these guys, look, if you look like shit in your 30s, don't put that on the rest of the men, right? Don't put that on the rest of us. You did that to yourself, homie. You did that to yourself, Holmes. I'm 32, bruh. And look, I'm not high capping. I'm not high siding. I walk in, youngsters be them chicks that's like 25, 24, be taking second, third, you know what I'm talking about? Be looking, okay? Now, that's not saying anything. That's not saying I'm like some kind of pimp daddy playboy. Not at all. I'm not that type of guy at all. But what I'm saying is that if being in your 30s, hell, you could stretch that out, bro. If I've seen some that I know personally, guys that are in their 40s, they look great. Now, am I saying you're gonna be out here on some playa nightlife popping bottles type of shit? No, of course not. You're gonna be attractive in a more mature way. See, these guys that make these videos, they're like, oh, when you're 40, that's the age pill. Man, you fucking idiot, bro. You're not going to be partying in clubs, popping bottles like a rap video. In that sense, yeah, it is over. But grow up. But you're going to be attractive in a more mature way. You're going to be attractive in a sense that, hey, if you go out, instead of throwing back shots of tequila like 21 years old, right? Because let's fucking grow up. You may be sipping some red wine, right? You might got a lady with you, right? A fine young lady or a finer older woman, right? In her late 20s, her 30s, whatever. Okay? When these guys tell you this age pill bullshit, right? When they tell you that, they're still in their 18 and 19-year-old, bruh. That frat party, that frat boy shit, that's that young folk stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And that it kills me because they're telling these men that they should just give up when they turn 30. No, that's you, right? That's you. Don't speak for the rest. Don't speak for the rest of us. Cause I'm 32 and goddamn me, I got plenty of more. Let me stop saying GD me, right? That's a thing we be saying in Houston. I gotta chill out on saying that. But gosh darn it, gosh darn it, I got way more life in me on some Drake stuff. More life. Okay, so. The reason why most men decline in their 20s is because they keep getting told this shit about, hey, I see it personally. I see it with my own eyes. I be having friends on my Facebook. They're my age, bruh. We graduated high school together. They're out of shape as hell. Got an ugly ass baby mama. No offense, bruh. I'm keeping it funky. I'm keeping it stacked. Right? Because they let themselves decline so bad that they just had to settle for just any, and this is no offense to any of my young ladies, right? But what I'm saying is they let themselves get so bad that they had to settle for scraps, and their baby mama treats them like complete utter crap. Their baby mama is looking like Shrek, and she's over here treating him like a doormat. But guess what? He deserves that. That's what he gets. Because when you start, and I'm not saying, look, I know some fellas, they start balding genetically, hereditary. I'm not talking about that. That does happen. It's a genetic thing, okay? I'm not talking about those guys who can't help it. But I'm talking about the guys who eat buffalo wings every single night and drink beers every single night. Then their hair start falling out and they start getting beer bellies. They start getting impotent. Right? That's on them. They let themselves get to that point. So therefore, they deserve what the fuck they get. And I'm sorry I'm being harsh, right? I'm sorry I'm being harsh. But if you're looking like Peter Griffin, right? Once again, this is what society shows what men are supposed to be when they get grown, right? If you look like Homer Simpson, if you look like the dad off of the Steve Urkel, what was that? What Family Matters, right? You look like Carl Winslow, out of shape as hell. Just, you know what I'm saying? You that's what you get what you deserve. You deserve a baby mama that looks like Shrek and that abuses you because you don't care about yourself. You let yourself, by age 28, you looking like you 40. You looking like you 48. I shouldn't even say 40 because I know plenty of guys that look great. They're in their 40s. They look fantastic because they kept themselves up, man. You know, they kept themselves up. They stayed in the gym, ate relatively healthy, right? And they have you know what I'm talking about, they got a beautiful family. They have the women that they get with are very good looking young ladies, right? But I'm talking about the guys who just say, "Oh, when you get old, it's over." What? Yeah, that young shit. That's what you were talking about. That young frat boy party life. That's over. But if you mature, you're not gonna want to do that no more. You're gonna want to do more mature things. You're gonna want to go on a river walk if you got it, and just have a good conversation with a young lady. And that's the type of attraction that's gonna happen if you keep yourself up. But if you let yourself decline in your 20s, you're gonna be stuck with an abusive, nagging ass ogre of a baby mama. Because that's what you let yourself get to. Fellas, you have to prevent, look, this whole partying, that's why I've been on this whole thing of telling y'all to slow down on that party shit. Because I guarantee y'all, you live fast, you will age fast. You will decline fast. You live fast, you're going to decline fast. And that's a fact. But if you live a good balanced life, not telling you to not have fun, not telling you not to go out and drink every once in a blue moon, not telling you not to have your wings here and there, but you need to limit that greatly. That way you're gonna age gracefully. You're not gonna plateau by age 30. That is insane. That is fucking insane. You know what? I'm you know what I'm saying? This is kind of irritating when these guys make these harmful videos and men watch these videos talking about, oh, but your 20s are your prime and shit. There's different primes, and when you reach 30, it's over. There's different primes. Your 20s, that's that young boy frat party, going to clubs every single weekend. When you get older, there's a different type of prime. There's that more mature, hey, look, you going to a nice little old dinner, you meet a nice young lady, right? That's on that same type of vibe. You know, she's in her 20, she's maybe 26, 27, a little more mature. You feel me? Or even a younger lady that's a little more mature, or hell, she could be a cougar, whatever the hell you want to call it, in her 30s, and then y'all have a nice little meal, y'all have a nice little walk, y'all have a nice actual conversation. The passion is great because you kept yourself up and you don't have erectile dysfunction by age 30. You know what I'm talking about? That's the type of fun you start having from your 30s and 40s. Okay? If you're still in your 30s and 40s and you still want to live this frat boy lifestyle, you're going to house parties and frats and doing those beer pong and shit, of course you're going to feel like it's over because you on that young boy shit. Okay? So anyway, with that being said, man, look, men decline. If they decline by age 20, in their late 20s, that's their fault. With that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.